Live from Greenwood, South Carolina, Finis Horne Arena, it's Lander Bearcats taking on the Knights of Middle Georgia right here on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Landon King here to bring you all the action here today. Bearcats looking to stay rolling after they picked up a huge conference win over Flagler most recently. They've won 3 out of the last 4 games after struggling to pick up some victories there in the non-con. But in PBC play, they've definitely been solid as Langley hits the deck as she's fouled. Quadesia Langley just recently selected the Peach Belt Conference Women's Basketball Player of the Week last week. It's her first time getting that honor this season. She's won plenty of those in her career here at Lander. Fed over to Crosland. She's coming off a huge game against Flagler. Had 18 in that one. It's off on that attempt. Rebound by Middle Georgia. That's Southards for 3. You bet. Ellie Southards. No hesitation whatsoever. She's only a 29% three-point shooter on the season, but she showed the confidence there. That's Tillis. Swung over to Dudley. Going the Knights' way. Bearcats, in addition to that Flagler win, also defeated Augusta in a close one, 65-66. Defeated Aiken 58-48 as well. This Middle Georgia team, not a pushover whatsoever. This is their first year in the Peach Belt Conference, but they're 12-3 on the season with an 18-point victory over North Georgia as Callie Levine traveled there. Transfer from USC Upstate. Crosland. Kicked over to the corner. That was Eccles over there. Back to Langley. Bearcats looking to get on the board. That one's off. Here goes Langley now. I believe we got a foul on the floor there. Crosland, the inbounder. Inbounded to Langley. Gets it right back in the corner. Over Dudley. Now Eccles in the corner. She drives. Can't get the layup to fall. Rebounded by the Knights. Here comes Mimi Poe. Tried to find Kennedy Hawkins underneath the basket, but it was too strong. A turnover. See Trinity Thomas sub into the game for the first time. She's coming off the bench in this one. Been a key factor in Lander's offense and defense this year. Crosland. I think we got a uniform malfunction here. Quadesia Langley's got to take something out as she heads to the bench. Dudley will take her spot temporarily. I think Langley may have had on a necklace of some sort she had to remove. Good catch there by the official. Crosland. And here's Thomas. She'll drive. Had it stolen away. That's Poe driving down the floor. Southards thought about another one. Southards. She'll try it. Off the front rim. Rebounded by Tillis. Now Thomas. Bring it down the floor. Crosland. Offensive foul. It's her first. Also team's first. Langley checks back in after that quick uniform thing. Mariah Jones just recently subbed in for the night. She'll bring it down. Drives, kicks it out to Callie Levine. Back to Jones. Wild shot, won't fall. Rebound Thomas. Langley bringing it down now. Now Crosland in the corner, thought about the three. Thomas now going baseline, floater, left it short. Lander still looking for their first points in this one. Over 3 minutes in. Jones drives, gets it to fall. Mariah Jones with a nice lay at the bucket. Now here's Crosland. Kicks out to Langley. She lets it rip off the back iron. Jones picks up her dribble. Kicked out to Southards. Down low to Abdus Salam. She left it way short. Good defense there by Langley and Crosland. Thomas pushing the tempo. Now Langley has Jones all over her. Half the shot clock's gone. Eccles fed down to Thomas. Thomas lost it. Last touch by Middle Georgia. It's going to stay down here with Lander. Big substitutions here for Lander. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Frierson inbounded to Gartrell. She just had a big day against Flagler as well. At 12 points, shot 5 for 5 from the field. Shot clock violation. Nope. Foul right before the shot clock went off. Landers got bailed out there. Foul's on Hawkins. It's going to send Dudley to the stripe. Shooting 71% from the free throw line on the season. Gets Lander on the board for the first time. Abdus Salam. Jones had it plucked away. Good defense. Hawkins on the cleanup crew. Hawkins, her first bucket of the game, her third board. Frierson, just a sophomore, has been playing a lot of valuable minutes for Lander this year. Crosland left it short. McCain on the offensive rebound. She can't get the putback. Dudley fed over to Crosland. Back to Dudley. Dudley behind the back. Back to Crosland. 4-3. Too strong. Another offensive rebound. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Frierson trying to facilitate the offense. She lost it. Turnover by the Bearcats. That's their fourth of the game. Foglia underneath the Hawkins. That was a great pass there by Christian Foglia. Now a 9-2 lead for Middle Georgia. Frierson. Fed over to Gartrell. Gonna need her to have a big game today again. Crosland picks up the dribble in the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. McCain at the free throw line. Dudley will let it fly. Too short. Rebound, Abdus Salam. Jones fed to Levine in transition. That's too easy for Middle Georgia. Callie Levine gives the Knights a 9-point lead with 4:03 to play in the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside for a moment here on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Back here on the PBCSN, going to be Lander ball after that bucket by Callie Levine before the timeout. Middle Georgia up 11-2 here early. Been playing suffocating defense on the Bearcats. They're 0 of 9 from the field to start off the ball game so far. Middle Georgia, on the other hand, 5 of 8, have been lighting it up. Majority of their points have come from in the paint, then infiltrating that Lander defense and getting some easy shots. Sole triple came from Ellie Southards, and that was their first bucket of the game. Came in the first couple minutes or so. Lander in some desperate need of some offense now. Middle Georgia are coming into this one on a 2-game win streak. They beat Clayton State 62-50, and as we mentioned previously, beat North Georgia 78-61. That's a huge victory for the newest team in the PBC. Gartrell had it stripped away out of bounds. Going to be 15 on the shot clock once again. The Knights went undefeated in non-conference play. Lost to Georgia Southwestern, lost to Augusta, lost to USC Buford as well, all of those in close contests. So far, they've made their mark in their initial year in the conference. Tillis for 3, got the roll. Desperately needed that one. First field goal make of the game for the Bearcats, and it comes from a 3-pointer by Kayla Tillis. Thrown away, Langley in transition. Cut it down to 7 now. First bucket for her. 11-7 is the lead. Abdus Salam. Now Poe drives. Was looking for Southards, but they're going to charge Langley with the foul. Mimi Poe is the inbounder. Freshman from Barcelona, Spain. Hawkins on the lob, wow. Kennedy Hawkins is having herself a good game so far. 6 points, 3 boards. Back up to a 6-point lead as well for the Knights. Dudley. Now Langley in the corner, that's Poe on her. Langley, pull up Jay. Can't get the roll. Rebounded by the Knights. Almost threw it away. Poe bringing down the floor. Langley poked it away from behind. Good defense there by Langley. Poe was unaware. Dudley. We've got a blocking foul on the floor. Going to be charged to Middle Georgia. It's on Mimi Poe. She'll take a seat after that. Mariah Jones going to give her a quick breather. She's a transfer from UT Martin. Sophomore from Oakland, Tennessee. Eccles left that one short. Rebounded by the Knights. That's Ellie Pritchard. Thrown to Southards. Back to Jones. Gives it to Levine. Mariah Jones, the leading scorer on this Middle Georgia squad. Couldn't get the roll on that one. Last touch by Lander, staying out here with the Knights. She's averaging 11 points per game so far on the season. Also has 85 turnovers, though. She gets the inbound in to Pritchard. Hand off to Jones, spin move. Almost had it ripped away. Pritchard finds Levine in the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hawkins stepped on the baseline. 7th turnover of the game for Middle Georgia. Crosland. She carried. Here goes Jones into the forecourt. Drives. Good pass to the cutting Hawkins. She gets it to go off the glass. That was a beautiful feed there by Mariah Jones. Hawkins has 8. She averages 10 on the season, almost at her season average here in just the first quarter. 8-point lead for the Knights as well. Crosland gives it to Langley. Langley, tough shot, too strong. We got a foul. I believe it's going to be on Gartrell. And it is. Kennedy Armistead into the game now. Pritchard gets into Jones. Bearcats bringing some pressure now. Jones split the double team, left that one way short. Offensive rebound, Hawkins, and they're tied up on the floor. Jump ball. The arrow favors Lander. Tillis and Hawkins showing some good sportsmanship right there. .30 seconds to play. Langley kicks it down. Armistead, good feed underneath. Eccles got it to go with the left hand. That was a great feed by Armistead. Shot clock unplugged. 10 seconds to play in the first. Jones had it ripped away. Here goes Dudley. She had it ripped away. Pritchard throws it to Jones at half court. It's not going to count even if it goes, and it won't. 15-9, Middle Georgia on top after 1. We'll step aside for a moment and catch you back here for the second quarter on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network.
Back Steakhouse has a new 3-course meal called the Aussie Aussie Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi!
With soup or salad, choice of 5 entrees, and cheesecake for dessert.
Oi, 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 oi!
It's three oys.
3 courses starting at $16.99 at Outback for a limited time.
Back here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. 15-9, Middle Georgia lead as they'll have the ball to begin the second quarter here. Foglia being guarded heavily by Armistead. Back to Jones. She's had the ball in her hands a ton. Tough shot and got it to fall. Wow. Good defense, better offense there. 8-point lead now for the Knights. Dudley. Traveled. Good pass underneath to Abdus Salam. Knights did a great job of breaking that Lander press. Eccles on the wing. Swung over to Langley. She lets it fly. You bet. Quadesia Langley with the first bucket of the second quarter for the Bearcats. Jones almost had it poked away by Langley. Ellie Pritchard able to keep it alive. Kicked over to Southards. Abdus Salam underneath the Foglia in the corner. That's Southards. Can't fall on that one, can't get to go on that one. Out of bounds, and last touch by Middle Georgia. Langley gonna walk it up the floor. Gartrell got fouled. She'll be heading to the line for two. She's shooting 50% from the free throw line so far on the season. 4 for 8 overall from the stripe. 5 for 9 now. Second one's no good. Rebound by Levine. Here come the Knights. And Langley's gonna pick up the foul there, and she's furious. She's furious. It's gonna be Langley's second personal. Foglia gives it to Levine. Levine, quick first step. Good defense there by Langley to force a tough shot on the good recovery there. Eight minutes to play in the first half. 6-point lead for the Knights. Spin move out to Langley. Langley, cash, her second triple in this one. She's got 8 points. Bring Lander within 3. Foglia. Levine trying to answer, leaves it short, out of bounds, and it's going Lander's way. Lander with some momentum. Have not led in this ball game yet. Tillis, top of the key. Crosland trying another. Too strong. Offensive rebound by Tillis. Dudley fed back to Langley. She'll let it fly in the corner. Bang! Alindria Dudley ties the ball game at 19. Fourth triple of the ball game for the Bearcats. Levine, ball fake underneath the Pritchard. She's heading to the line. Ella Pritchard, 6-foot junior, transfer from Kirkwood Community College. Shooting 15 for 19 from the free throw line so far on the year. That's 51%. First one's good. She's now on the score sheet for the first time. Got 5 boards though. Second one's good as well. Middle Georgia back on top. Frierson just subbed in. Fed to Crosland, going baseline. Now Gartrell drives, won't go. Offensive rebound, Frierson gets tied up down there. Jump ball favors Lander. Inbound to Gartrell. Crosland in the corner. Fed to Thomas. Haven't seen much of her in this one. Eccles in the corner. Left it short. Battle for the rebound is won by Trinity Thomas. 7th offensive rebound of the game for the Bearcats. She stepped out of bounds in the corner. Blocking foul charged to Crosland there. It's her second. Jones. Abdus-Salam now at the top of the key, under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Mariah Jones, step back. Too strong. Here come Lander. Langley in the corner. Eccles lets it fly. You bet. That's Lander's first lead of the game. They're up by 1, 22-21. And stolen away. Langley, a deep three. Too short. Rebound Jones. She's pushing it up the floor. Mariah Jones in the corner. Foglia lets it fly. Great answer there by Christian Foglia. Middle Georgia back on top by 2. Just the second 3 of the game for the Knights. Lander have hit 5. Almost stolen away. Thomas now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kick to Langley in the corner. Why not? Bang! The third triple in the first half for Quadesia Langley. We got ourselves a 3-point contest. Pritchard, that one's off. Rebound Crosland. Thomas now. Thought about the 3. Langley in the corner. Back to Thomas. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Crosland to Eccles for another one. Offensive rebound, Crosland. She traveled. That'll bring us to our media timeout. 3:37 to play in the first half. Lander on top, 25-24 here on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Back here on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network, 25-24 lead for Lander after they've knocked down some big shots. 8 of their made field goals have been triples. They've made 6 of them. Stolen away. Langley pushing it down the floor. Going coast to coast, you got it. Langley with 13. In a 30-second timeout by Middle Georgia. We'll step aside on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Back here on the PBCSN, Middle Georgia ball after the quick timeout. Lander still applying the pressure with 3 minutes to play in the first half. Langley with 13 of the Lander 27. Lander with their largest lead of the ball game. Levine has Eccles all over her. Kicked out to the top of the key. Poe drives. Scoop layup, rolls in. Her first bucket. Langley. It's India Johnson on her. She's into the game for the first time. Thomas, way too strong. Offensive rebound, Eccles. Lander out-rebounded Middle Georgia on the offensive end, 9-3. Floater by Langley, in and out. Poe, trying to go coast to coast. She traveled. That pivot foot moved. Lauren Crosley and Ella Pritchard checking in for both their respective teams. 2:07 to play here in the first half. Thomas. Dudley, top of the key, under 2 minutes. Down low to Eccles, couldn't corral the pass. Now Poe trying to drive on Dudley. Kicked out to Pritchard. Pritchard. Johnson. Southards with a deep three. Oh my goodness, that was deep. Southards puts Middle Georgia back on top by 2 under 90 seconds to go. It's her second triple. Thomas out to Eccles. Offensive foul. Mariah Jones feeds it to Poe. Infiltrating that defense. Got the layup to fall. Back up to a 4-point lead for the Knights. Minute to go in the first half. Crosland to Langley. She's had the hot hand in the first half. Now Crosland again in the corner. Lets it fly. Oh my gosh. 7th made three-pointer of the first half for the Bearcats. Stolen by Langley. Dudley to the rack. Got it to fall. Lander with a 5-point swing just like that. 25 seconds. Poe double team. Finds Pritchard. Drives. And the foul. These two teams going back and forth now. Had 9 lead changes. 10 now in this ball game. And Dudley lost a shoe in the process of that play. 17.9 on the clock. We're going to take a quick break so Dudley can tie her shoe real fast. Pritchard went 2 for 2 at the line in her first trip. She got 4 points, 5 boards, and 2 steals. Misses on that one. Didn't hit the rim, so it's a violation. She's played the most minutes out of anybody on Middle Georgia. She's played 15. 17 seconds for Langley. Under 10. Lander holding for the last shot. Thomas in the corner. Can't get the roll. Rebounded, and Gartrell's going to pick up the foul. Unnecessary foul there. That's going to be Gartrell's 4th personal in this first half. She fouled the rebound, and that's going to be 2 shots as well, as that's Lander's 5th team foul here in the second quarter. Not what you want to see there if you're the Bearcats. Southard's going to have 2 shots at the free throw line now. She's a 77% free throw shooter on the year, 14 for 18. Official blew the whistle while she was shooting. Looks like we got official discussion here. Both teams have been told to go to their bench. Coach Shelwick will step aside as they take a look at the replay. So the discussion was about who the foul shooter was, and that's why the whistle was blown. Had to come over here and take a look at the replay monitor. Replay showed that the foul shooter was indeed Ellie Southards. That first free throw counted because she made it, even though they blew the whistle mid-shot. And that's going to conclude the first half. A little bit of a wild sequence there to end the first half. Lander down by 2, 34-32. We'll be right back here in just a few minutes for more stats, recap, and analysis here at halftime on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network.
over 51 years, ATC Development has been setting the standard in apartment living across the CSRA. ATC offers a diverse range of homes, crafted with quality, comfort, and convenience in mind. But it's not just about where you live, it's about how you live. Thousands have already found their perfect home at an ATC property. Call one of our communities to schedule a tour today and experience the ATC difference.
One too.
Back here on the Peach Bell Conference Sports Network, second half ready to get underway. It's 34-32 in favor of Middle Georgia. It was a wild sequence to conclude that first half. Both these teams going back and forth. Lander knocked down 7 triples in that first half. 7 of their 11 made field goals came from beyond the arc. Middle Georgia, on the other hand, have only made 3 triples. 14 made total field goals. Middle Georgia have been shooting it really well from the field. 14 of 25, that's 56%, but the 13 turnovers are what's been killing them. Tillis wasting no time trying to continue the hot streak that Lander had from beyond the arc in the first half. Middle Georgia have been up by a bit in this one. Their largest lead was in the second quarter, early in it with about 9 minutes to play. They were up by 10 points, 19-9, but ever since then, Lander stormed back and made this one an exciting contest. Poe is the inbounder. She had 4 points in that first half, 2 for 2 from the field. Over to Southards. She had 7 in the first half. 2 triples were 2 made field goals, and she made a free throw there at the very end of the first half. Turnaround shot. Roll won't go by Pritchard. Offensive rebound. Kicked in the corner to Southards, and a great shot there by Ellie Southards. Her 3rd triple of the ball game, and she's the leading scorer for the Knights with 10. First points of the ball game, first points of the third quarter for either team. Langley in the corner trying to answer in a wedgie. Got assistant coach Mike Morrison out there on the job. Good job, coach. Middle Georgia ball after the wedgie, since it is a jump ball. The arrow favored the Knights. Pritchard fed over to Levine now. Now Hawkins had 8 points in that first half, 4 of 5 from the field. There's a foul on Lauren Crosland. Sent Mimi Poe flying to the deck. That's Crosland's 3rd. She's got to be careful. Gartrell had 4 in that first half, and Langley has 2. Trinity Thomas going to give Crosland a break. Thomas, only 8 minutes in that first half as she came off the bench in this one. Poe fed down to Hawkins. Hawkins traveled. Must have moved that pivot foot underneath. Another turnover for the Knights. That's number 15 for them. Lander have 11 themselves. Hasn't been too pretty of a contest. Langley gives it to Dudley. She had 7 points in the first half. Trying to make it 10. Too short. Rebound Pritchard. Gives up to Poe. Mimi Poe. Stop and pop. Off the front rim. Rebound Langley. Langley, 13 points in that first half. 3 triples, make it 15 points now as she gets the left-handed layup to go coast to coast for Quadesia Langley. Langley also has 4 steals in the ball game as there's a foul on the floor there. She's averaging right around 15 points per game, coming off her best week of the season so far, where she won the PBC Women's Basketball Player of the Week. Kennedy Hawkins going to be shooting 2 at the line. She's only a 46% free throw shooter on the season. She's got 8 points and 6 rebounds so far in this one. First free throw is good. Second one's also good. Turnover by Lander. Jones to Abdus Salam. Handoff now Southards. Jones held to 4 points in that first half, 2 for 7 from the field. She's the leading scorer on the Knights. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Wild shot, leaves it way short and out of bounds. Madison McCain gonna check in now for Lander. She saw some action there in the first half. Langley bringing it up the floor. Eccles now. Foul. It's on Kennedy Hawkins. That's Kennedy Hawkins' third personal foul. She'll have to take a seat for a little bit. Ella Pritchard will give her a breather. Thomas gives it to Langley. Another foul on the floor. This one's on Mariah Jones. That's her first. Second team foul. Thomas lets the three fly. Bottoms. 8th triple of the ball game for the Bearcats. Cuts the Knights' lead down to 2. 39-37 is the score. Jones in the corner. Abdus Salam trying to answer. Way too strong. Battle for the rebounds won by Eccles. Here she goes. Gives it up to Langley. Into the forecourt. Hand off to Thomas. Thought about 2 in a row. A step back. Way too short. And a foul there. I believe it's going to go on Madison McCain. She's trying to get it back after the rebound. Third team foul there on Lander. Jones. Two for 8 from the floor. Has 4 points, 4 assists. That one too strong off the glass. Offensive rebound, Pritchard. Southard's looking for another 3, and she got it. Her 4th triple. She's got 13. Thomas kicks it to Eccles for 3, trying to answer, and she does. Eccles' 2nd triple of the game. She's got 8 points. 9th triple of the ball game for the Bearcats. Southern's trying to get another one. Roll won't go. Battle for the board. Won by Jones. Thrown out to Pritchard. Back to Southern. She thought about it. She lets it fly. Roll can't get it. Another offensive rebound. Pritchard thrown down low. Abdus Salam rejected. No. Fouled by Madison McCain. It's her 2nd. It's going to bring us to the media timeout. It's 42-40 in favor of the Middle Georgia Knights with 4:58 to play in the 3rd quarter here on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Back here on the PBCSN, Milani Abdus-Salam going to be heading to the line for 2 shots. First one's good. Back up to a 3-point lead. Langley to the corner. Offensive foul. Tillis, her second. Too strong from Mariah Jones. And a jump ball. Arrow favors Lander. Langley bringing it up the floor. 15 points for her in this one. Dudley uses the screen, kicks it to Langley for 3. She fires off the back iron. Offensive rebound, Tillis, and she's fouled on the putback. Tillis going to be heading to the line for 2 shots now. Shooting 55% from the floor. From the free throw line on the season. Has 3 points in this one so far, make it 4. 5 boards as well. That's team high for Lander. Down to a 3-point lead. Second one's good as well. 2-point game. Dudley. Guarding Jones all the way down the floor. Good crossover. Feeds it to the corner. Abdus-Salam swung over to Levine, top of the key. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Abdus-Salam. Good hands from Tillis. She got the steal. And a foul. It's on Ella Pritchard. It's her second. She's picked up 2 quick ones. Dudley in the corner. Good crossover. Thought about it. Kicks it to Langley. Now over to Crosland. Crosland. Tough shot. Rebound to Abdus-Salam. Levine. Fed down to Pritchard. Pritchard stolen away. 17th turnover of the ball game for Middle Georgia. Dudley gives it to Langley. Langley drives. Kicks it back. Tillis for 3. Too short. Here goes Levine. Wide open layup. Missed it. And timeout by Lander. Wow, wide open layup. 44-42, 2:30 to play in the third quarter. Catch you back here in a few on the PBC Sports Network. Back here on the PBC Sports Network. Give me Lander ball after the timeout. 44-42, Middle Georgia on top. 2:30 to play in this third quarter. Langley over to Dudley. Back to Langley. She'll drive. Floater. In and out. Rebound by Abdus Salam, her fifth. Poe trying to go. Had it stolen. Langley with her fifth steal of the game. Almost threw it away. Here goes Langley. Gives it up to Thomas. Gartrell into the game with 4 fouls as well. So you'll have to be careful. Frierson. Floater. Good. Tie ball game. Poe. Langley all over. Fed over to Levine. Levine now looking for something. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pritchard picks up her dribble. Good pass to the cutting Mimi Poe. The hoop and the harm. Huge bucket there for Middle Georgia as we're getting close to the end of the third. It's her first trip to the line. Knights have shot it pretty well from the stripe. 7 for 9 in this one. 8 for 10. She's got 7 points now. Now 3-point lead for the Knights. Thomas. Over to Tillis and Frierson now. Gives it to Gartrell near the elbow. Gartrell, spin move, puts it up, no good. Out of bounds, it was last touched by Middle Georgia. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Laner gonna have to make something happen fast here on the inbounds play. Dudley back into the game. Under a minute to play in the quarter as well. Frierson into Dudley. Out to Thomas. Thomas lets it rip. Can't get it to fall. Battle for the rebounds. Won by Kayla Tillis, and she hits the deck hard. A foul by Middle Georgia. That'll be 2 shots. Tillis went 2 for 2 in her first trip to the line. See what she has to offer here. 41 seconds to play in the third. First one's no good. Landers still trail by 3. Second one's good. 47-45. Knights lead. Levine. Back to Poe. Good pass. Way to break the press there by the Knights. Levine almost threw it away. Abdus Salam out to Mimi Poe. Got 13 seconds on the shot clock to work with. 20 seconds in the quarter. Levine, long 2, too strong. Rebound by Langley. Shot clock's unplugged. 12 seconds. Over to Dudley. She lets it fly. Too short. Battle for the board and a foul. I think it's going to go with Abdus Salam. And it is. It's going to send Serenity Eccles to the line. 4 seconds to play in the third. Eccles can tie the ball game here. First one's good. Gives her 9 points. Second one no good. That one knocked out of bounds by Dudley. Gives Middle Georgia 3 seconds to work with here in the third quarter. Levine tried to get it off, but nothing happened. That concludes the third. Knights lead 47-46 after 3 quarters of play. We'll have 10 minutes to settle it when we come back on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Back here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Fourth quarter getting underway. Middle Georgia ball. They lead by 1, 47-46. Jones is trying to feed it underneath the Hawkins. She's got 3 fouls, got to be careful. 10.6 boards for her in this one, but it's a turnover by the Knights. They're 19th of the ball game. Crosland over for 3. First bucket of the game, of the quarter, goes to the Lander, puts them back on top. 49-47. 10th made triple of the ball game. Hawkins left it short, and a battle for the rebound is a foul. It's on Kennedy Hawkins, her 4th personal. Here goes Dudley. Bearcats with the lead. Crosland almost had it ripped away. I think it's going to be a jump ball, and it is. Luckily, the arrow favors the Bearcats. Tillis. Fed to Thomas. Thomas out to Crosland. Another one. Leaves it short. Almost an offensive rebound, but here goes Poe. Gives it to Foglia. Foglia in transition. Fader. Bang! That's a good shot in transition by Christian Foglia. 49 up. Dudley. Make it 51-49. Give her 9 points. Offensive foul. It's on Southards. That's her 3rd. Gartrell back into the game for the Bearcats with 4 fouls. Frierson has it at the top of the key. Now Tillis in the corner, back to Thomas. Frierson stuck in the corner, gives it to Tillis. She's looking for something. Now Frierson again, back to Tillis. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Tillis drives, can't get the layup to go. Rebound by Pritchard. Mariah Jones in transition. Euro step, and she got fouled. Hasn't been her night shooting-wise. She's just 2 for 10 from the floor, 4 points, but she certainly made an impact for Middle Georgia. Jones is a 56% free throw shooter. Goes 1 for 2. In the corner for 3, Eccles, you bet! Lander up by 4 now. Eccles with her 3rd triple. Lander with 11 total. Foul is called. I think it's on Dudley. Jones. Turnover by Lander. Nope. Langley got it back. Fed underneath to Eccles. Tied up. And jump ball favors the Knights. Eccles with 12 in this one. Ties her season high. She's had it twice against Carson Newman and Georgia Southwestern. Jones almost had it poked away there by Dudley. Back to Jones. Got to get it past half court. And she does. Jones made her way through all the defenders, got fouled, and is heading to the line. Both these would be nice if you're Middle Georgia. They've shot 9 for 12 from the stripe in this one. 6:36 to play in the ball game. They trail by 4. First one's good from Jones. Two for two for Jones. Now a 2-point lead for Lander. 54-52. Langley gives it over to Crosland. Crosland at the foul line. Fed over to Langley. Back to Eccles. Had it poked away. Foglia in transition. Eccles meets her. No good. Good D from Eccles. And she got the rebound as well. Long pass down to Gartrell. And back to Langley. Four on the shot clock. Langley can't get a tough shot to go. Offensive rebound by Gartrell and a foul on the floor. It's on Pritchard. That's her third. Pritchard got fouled. It's on Dudley. That's her second. Fourth team foul on Lander, and there's still 5.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Gonna have to be careful not to give Middle Georgia some easy points. Jones had her layup rejected by Gartrell. Met her at the rim. Langley fouled by Pritchard. That's her fourth. This is Langley's first trip to the line in this one. She's got 15. Yet to score in this fourth quarter. Had 13 in the first half, only had 2 in that third quarter. So she's cooled off a little bit. 2 big free throws here for Lander. 7 for 10 as a team from the stripe. First one's good. We've got a lane violation. That was indeed the case. That one was just waved off. First one's good from Langley. Second one good as well. Puts Lander up by 4. Hawkins back into the game with 4 fouls for Middle Georgia. Pritchard has to take a seat. She has 4 as well. Southerts feeds it to Poe. And a turnover by Fogley in the corner. She just lost control of it. 21st of the game for Middle Georgia. Gartrell and Levine coming back into the game. Poked out of bounds by the Knights. Will stay down here. Immediate timeout. 4:55 to go in the ball game. Lander lead 56-52. Catch you back here in a few on the PBC Sports Network. Back here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Lander ball after the media timeout. They lead by 4, 56-52. Langley kicks out to Crosland. Free throw line, Jay leaves it short. Battle for the board, won by Kennedy Hawkins. Tried to save it from going out of bounds, but she was not able to do so. .440 to go in the ball game. This will be Lander's 3rd straight win if they hold on to be their 4th in their past 5 if they were to do it as well. Kennedy Hawkins says otherwise. Back up to a 6-point lead now for Lander. It's their largest of the game. Langley at the logo. Tillis left it short. Mariah Jones in transition. Trying to get the buck. Can't get it. And a foul. It's on Langley. That's Langley's 4th personal. She's going to have to be careful. 3:46 to play in the ball game. She has 17 points in the game. That's a game high. 2 boards, 3 assists, 4 steals as well. Lander have 13 steals as a team, as Jones' first free throw is no good. Second one falls. 5-point lead now for Lander. Langley bringing it down the floor. And a foul. It's on Poe. Her second. That's the 5th on Middle Georgia. It's going to send Lauren Crosland to the line. First one's good. This will be the largest lead of the game. If she's able to knock down this free throw, it'll be 7 for Lander. Leaves it short, out of bounds. Last touch by Dudley. Jones, back out to Pritchard. Good pass underneath to Kennedy Hawkins. Smoked the layup. Battle for the board and a foul. It's going to be 2 shots for somebody either way, no matter who it's on. It's on Trinity Thomas. That's her second. Mariah Jones heading back to the free throw line. She shot 6 free throws in this one so far. It's going to be her 7th and 8th. She's 4 of 6 from the line. 5 of 7. Cuts it to 5, 3:14 to go. Second one's good as well. 59-55 is the score. Bearcats on top. Thomas in the corner. No good. Rebound Crosland. It's the 15th offensive rebound for Lander in this one. Fouls on Mariah Jones. That's just her second. It's going to send Crosland to the line. First one's good. Back up to 5-point lead. Second one's good as well. Under 3 minutes to go. Jones almost lost it. And a foul. On Crosland, her 4th. A lot of fouls in this one. It's the 22nd team foul in the ball game for Lander. 17 for Middle Georgia. Middle Georgia have 2 players with 4 fouls. Lander now with 3 players with 4 fouls. It's Crosland, Langley, and Gartrell as the first free throws off. Second one's good. Langley out to Eccles. She's played a big part in this one. Crosland now back out to Langley. Thought about the 3. Sitting on 17 points. She got fouled, I believe. Thomas headed back into the game. Nope, no foul. Just out of bounds. 12 seconds to go on the shot clock. Crosland looking for something. Gets it into Dudley. Dudley back underneath the Crosland. Crosland fades, and she got fouled, headed to the line. It's Ella Pritchard's 5th foul of the ball game. She fouls out. She had herself a good game. 4 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Was really an X factor defensively for the Knights in this one. First free throw is good. Second one as well. Jones, tough shot. Rebounded by Dudley, and she was fouled by Mariah Jones. It's Jones' 3rd. A timeout on the floor. 63-56, 2:08 to go in the ball game. We'll step aside for a moment here on the PBCSN. Back here on the PBCSN, Lindry Dudley has 2 free throws after the foul. She goes 2 for 2. 9-point lead for Lander, 2:08 to play in the ball game. Jones handles her way through the D. She got fouled and one. Cuts it down to 7. Jones been looking for that bucket. Just 2 for 13 from the field, 3 for 14 now. With 11 points. Has got most of her points from the free throw line. She's 7 for 10. She got 1 shot. And it's good. Just a 6-point lead now. Under 2 minutes to play. Langley bringing it down the floor. Dudley trying to slow things up a bit. Just 12 seconds on the shot clock. Eccles on the wing. 5 seconds on the shot clock now. Fed to Langley. Langley drives 2 seconds, puts it up, a miracle, never mind. Rebound Hawkins. Jones bringing it down the floor. She can handle the ball really well. Fadeaway shot, leaves it short. Offensive rebound, Kennedy Hawkins. She puts it up, and it's good. 4-point game. Middle Georgia showing life. Dudley kicks it to the corner. Langley, 14 on the shot clock. She takes the jump shot, and it's good. Huge shot by Quadesia Langley. Quarterback pass down to Hawkins. She can't make the layup. Rebound by Langley. 45 seconds to go in the ball game. 67-61. Lander up by 6. And they'll foul Langley Going to send her to the line for 2. First one's good by Langley. Puts her at 20 points for the evening. Second one's good as well. And a timeout by Middle Georgia. 69-61 with 37 seconds to go. This is the PBCSN. Back here on the Peach Belt Sports Network, 69-61 in favor of the Bearcats. 37 seconds to play in the ballgame. Inbound pass to Hawkins. They just smoked the layup. A beautiful pass underneath the Hawkins. Would have been huge if Middle Georgia wanted to come back in this one. And another timeout. 69-61, now just 29 seconds to play here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. .29 seconds to play. Lander ball. Dudley will get it in the backcourt. They lead by 8. Hand off to Langley at the logo. 16 seconds on the shot clock. It's about a 3-second difference between the shot and game clocks. Langley lost it in the backcourt. It's going to give Middle Georgia the ball with 10 seconds left. Down by 8 here with 10 seconds. Going to need a miracle if they want to come back in this one. Definitely not impossible, though. Jones taking on Dudley. She got the layup to fall. Now 6-point lead and a timeout called by Coach Shelwick. .69-63 here on the PBCSN. 4 seconds to play in the ball game. It's Lander ball. They have a 6-point lead, 69-63. Inches away from victory. Dudley collects the inbounds. She'll try to dribble it out, and she does. Lander collect their 3rd straight victory in conference play, their 4th in the past 5 games, this time over a 12-3 team in Middle Georgia. Bearcats improved to 4-5 in the conference with a 69-63 victory here on Saturday afternoon. We'll hear from head coach Coley Shelwick here momentarily on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network. Back here on the Peach Belt Conference Sports Network with head women's basketball coach Coley Shelwick. Coach, big win here for you guys tonight. Big win here for you guys tonight over Middle Georgia. Not a pushover team whatsoever, despite them this being their first year in the Peach Belt Conference. 69-63, you guys win. You guys lit it up from deep, forced a lot of turnovers as well. Give me your general thoughts on the game and how you guys were able to take care of business in this one.
No, this was awesome. Obviously, we've been having an interesting domino effect here with players being injured and them being like our starters, and we've been asking players to step up. And like I said, practices have been going so good, and they deserve this. But a lot of it is just we knew that they were going to zone us because statistically we're not that great as shooters, or we're getting up a lot of shots and not finishing them at a high percentage. But we were prepared for that. We knew that was going to happen, and we said, hey, we practice these shots every day. And if it's a wide open shot that you practice, you have to take it. And so we take the uncertainty out of the shot selection. And we were able, 11 for 30 from 3. I'm going to take that all day long.
Yes, ma'am. This is your guys' 3rd straight win, 4th out of the last 5 games you guys have won. Talk to me about the importance of stringing together good wins in the Peach Belt Conference.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we left break, and it was rough. But we had, like I told them earlier today in our pregame speech, is that everything was supposed to happen how it was supposed to happen. We had some adversity. We had to, get rid of some players to help us as a team just gel and have better chemistry. And once they started trusting that process and trusting the decision-making from the coaching staff, we started to see a huge difference. But it also took the coaching staff over break to go back and reevaluate, how we were going to fix some of the things that we were struggling with, which was the turnovers, which was the lack of shooting percentages, which was the free throws, it was the defending without fouling. And you see here, out of the 4 wins that we've had, that trifecta that we knew we're bad at, we're much better at.
Yes, ma'am. Had 4 different players double figures tonight. Obviously, Q's going to do her thing each and every night, but you had 3 other people in double figures as well. Talk to me about how much it makes it easier to win whenever you have role players putting up numbers like that.
It's huge. Serenity. I want to shout Serenity out, Lynn out, Lolo, Kayla. I think all of them. Somebody has to step up. And it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter who. It could be your night that night. And when it is, you make it happen. And what I love about Q and why they love playing with her is because, yes, we know she's a scoring point guard, but at the end of the day, she's a point guard. So if you do for her, she's going to find you, and she did. If she can trust you, once you put a ball in the hoop, she's going to trust you, and then you make it easier for her to go out and score. And they had to defend the three-point line today, and they weren't prepared for that. And so it left a lot of our other shooters wide open. So, no, I'm really proud of the girls for stepping up. But, yeah, that's how you win basketball games is I'm sure some of these kids may not be on the scout or high up on the scout, but then when they show up, what do you do with that?
Got Georgia College coming up next on a Wednesday. Then you got Columbus State after that. And Horne, how are you guys going to build off this winning streak that you guys have currently headed into those two big conference games?
Yeah, the goal is to stay the course, right? They earned a day off, and they'll get it truly tomorrow. And then we're going back at it in terms of focusing on that trifecta that we have. Because when we're playing with that trifecta, we're really damn good. And so we're focusing on limiting the turnovers. We're focusing on sharing the basketball and finishing the shots so we can get more assists. Because I feel like we should have more assists. We're just not finishing shots. So finish shots and get more assists, and we did that today with 12. We're trying to defend without fouling. We didn't do a good job of that today at all, but we did it when it counted in the third and fourth quarter. And then another thing that we've been adding is, can we win a quarter? And when we win one, we need to find a way. That means nothing. It's now 0-0. We got to win another quarter. We got to win another quarter. And we found a way to win 3 quarters back-to-back after losing the first one. And that's just a testament to our girls wanting it and wanting to prove to everyone that, you know, our record doesn't speak for who we are.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate you joining me here at post-game, Coach. Rooting for you guys as y'all head up to Milledgeville and then back home against Columbus State in the next 2 big conference games. And congrats on the win once again.
Thank you so much.